Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. There's nothing like a good, productive day where you're just focused the whole day, feeling amazing, getting things done, checking things off your to-do list. So today I wanted to give you some tips and tricks of things that I do to ensure that most of my days are as productive as possible. So instead of just rushing into, tips like make a to-do list, things like that, I wanted to go even deeper and even before that. Let's talk about the psychology behind productivity, motivation, and starting new routines. At the beginning of the year, I read this article from the New York Times, and this article was so helpful. The first thing to starting a new routine, a more productive routine, a more fulfilling routine, is to make sure that it's achievable. And you can do that by using the acronym SMART. So this stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. So once we have our goals figured out and they're very specific and achievable and realistic, we can now look to our current habits and the ways in which we kind of don't help ourselves out currently. Let's say you have a habit of being on TikTok for too long when you need to be doing emails or studying or something like that. So maybe the cue for you going onto TikTok is that you feel lonely, you feel overwhelmed, you feel isolated, you feel stressed out, you just need a break. The cue would be the feeling, and then the routine, you go to TikTok, and then the reward for that system is that you temporarily no longer feel stressed out or lonely or however you were feeling before. But then the reward isn't truly fulfilling because then time goes by, you realize you wasted all this time just looking at videos and not getting your stuff done, which just leads to more bad feelings, which then just repeats the cycle. What you can do is when you feel that cue, go to a different routine. Sometimes we just need a short break, if we're feeling overwhelmed, stressed out. Sometimes we just need a brisk walk around the block, we need to just call a friend, and you can get the reward of feeling less stressed out, blood pressure down, heart rate down, chilled out, and then you can go back to your task or activity with this fresh mindset. We do need breaks. We're human, we're not robots. Don't beat yourself up over needing a break or a rest. I think when we're more mindful about the type of rest that we are choosing, we'll ultimately end up feeling better and able to perform better when we do have to do our to-do list, and that's just a win-win. Another example this New York Times article referenced was, oh, I don't get enough sleep at night. The cue was that, you want to unwind after work or after school, you want time to yourself. So the routine is you watch TV for way too many hours. The reward, you do get that time to yourself, but ultimately you end up feeling just tired the next day, groggy, you didn't get the sleep you wanted, etc. Feeling that cue of oh, I just need more time to myself, I want time to decompress, you could change the routine to maybe be a little more mindful throughout your day. Maybe you need to say no more to obligations. Maybe you need to be more mindful throughout your day in spending time with just you, unplugged, not around anyone, or just with loved ones, etc. So I think when we can really get to the root of the issue, why we're not feeling our best or most productive, that is going to be a lot more helpful long term than just I just set an alarm for 5 a.m. and I'm magically just more productive. It's if you have all of these things that are still going on in your life and you're not listening to your body, that's always gonna ruin your productivity, to be honest. And it's kind of refreshing to know that as well. It's not I'm a failure because I don't wake up at 5 a.m. or oh, it's really hard for me to not scroll on my phone. It's bro, it's just your brain. And our brain gets into certain habits. Our brain likes quick, easy fixes sometimes. So when we're aware of that, mindful of that, we can make the conscious choice to do other things and create other routines and habits. Another little psychology tip, kind of related, is having a reward system for yourself. So for example, with waking up early, if it's really hard for you to wake up early, which I know it is for so many people, if every time you do that, it's terrible and rushed, and ultimately you end up feeling just tired and not good, that's not training your brain to pick up on the habit or to want to continue doing it. So let's say instead of setting your alarm for 5 a.m. and just not enjoying yourself because it's just way too early for you and you don't want to get anything done, your body's off, whatever, you could try you know, just half an hour before you normally wake up, or try an hour. Do things in your morning that you know are gonna make you feel good and that are going to make you feel good long term. So for some people that's like working out first thing. For some people that's having just a really slow, relaxing morning, listening to good music, maybe reading a book, yoga, meditation, just having a good beverage, sitting outside listening to the birds. That's like one of my favorite things. That's going to make your brain feel good and realize that this is like a pleasurable activity. So instead of just feeling like rushed and groggy and like, ew, you're like, oh, I actually really like this. And you start to form that connection to waking up early that like, oh, it's like a good thing. It's not to say everyone needs to wake up at 5 a.m., but I know especially when you have to go to work and school early, it does help. It makes such a difference in your day if you're able to wake up earlier and just have that extra time to yourself to like do what makes you feel good and what will make you feel good in the rest of your day. So now that we have all the psychology out of the way and we have an understanding, a little bit more of an understanding of how our brain works, let's talk about some more cute things, because honestly, that's what we're here for. So for me, I think it was Lauren Conrad's book, one of her books. I read it in like middle school. She said in this, like, I never do any work in my bed. My bed is only for sleeping and special times, and this just makes such a big difference in your quality of sleep because your brain associates your bed with just sleeping and resting, and then in your workspace because your brain then registers that as a space to be productive and on the grind and focused. So making your space ideal, all of your spaces ideal, is so important. Even if you don't have your own place, still just having the difference between your resting area and your working area, it's really gonna make such a difference in the quality of everything. And I know for me, and I'm sure a lot of you can relate, but making my desk area super cute and organized, and then making my bedroom, you know, super just comfy and relaxing. And the same goes for pretty much everything I could think of. Like, if I have cute workout clothes, I am a little more motivated to go to the gym. I recently got fridge organizers. That makes me want to meal prep and to, you know, cook more and to go out to eat less, because it's like cute and I'm like, oh, this is such like an enjoyable activity. So that's not saying you have to spend a ton of money like getting a new wardrobe and like new everything, but just kind of paying attention to like what makes you feel good, having an organized space, doing things for the aesthetic. It really works. For example, I've been wanting to read more books, and something that's really helped me is like getting out of the house, going on a quaint little walk, getting a coffee and reading my book in like a park or like at a cafe. And I actually like sit and read so much of my book because it's enjoyable. Before, I would just kind of put reading off to the end of the day, and then I would be sleepy in my bed trying to read, and I just wouldn't be able to read that much because I would be like falling asleep and like I just barely ever read a book. But now I've been prioritizing it and making it a fun aesthetic experience, and I've been reading way more. You know, good playlists. I love when I'm trying to get emails done, or for me, like edit videos, do work. I love putting on, you know, the 24-hour lo-fi live streams. Those really help me focus. Or if I'm cleaning, you know, I love a good house mix. If I'm at the gym, like I have my nice playlist for that. And also beverages. Y'all know I'm like the beverage queen. I love having 3 beverages at a time, and having beverages for different purposes also just helps enhance the experience. Doing things for the aesthetic, like you just feel like you're, I don't know, like in a movie or something, like productive role play. So the last category is community. I know as I have changed and really figured out what my values are, the people that I surround myself with have also changed, and that's completely normal. So with that being said, if you are looking to get your life together, to stop going out as much maybe, or maybe start working out more, or eat healthier, but you're friends with people who are always partying, that's just like one of the main examples, you know. I do think you can go out and have fun and like still live a productive life, but you know, when there's like extremes, maybe people in your life who just don't really care about health or don't really care about like having a job or like whatever, and you're like trying to work on those things, a lot of people can hold you back and like hold you down. And especially when you start to be successful, let's say you are starting to get really toned in the gym, or like you are suddenly doing really well in school because it's something you've been working on, or you're just doing better in yourself and your life, like whatever that means or looks like to you, some of your friends, people in your life will get jealous. And like, I think that's not always the case. Like, I think it's so amazing when you're able to grow with your friends and you're able to remain friends throughout different life changes. That's like the best. But I think it's really true. Like, you are the average of the people that you hang out with and surround yourself with. So just something to keep in mind. Let's say you want to start waking up earlier so you're not going out as much, but your friends keep pressuring you to go out, or they're like mad that you don't want to go out. Like, that's when it begins to be a problem. So just like keep that in mind, and just know, like, when you are truly putting yourself first, like, that's the most important thing, and don't let people bully you. So if you are looking for a community of, you know, productivity girls, beverage bitches, inspiring, uplifting girls, gays, and theys, definitely join the Celebrate community. Honestly, especially since starting my Discord, and I feel like just being a lot more active on Instagram and TikTok and YouTube, obviously, I have just really felt the love from the community, and it's so great to have so many like-minded people to talk to and to share, you know, books I'm reading with, or like my current beverages. You know, people in the Discord will be like, what is everyone's beverages today? And it's just like, that's what really makes you feel good, like-minded people, and like, oh, like I'm not weird for liking this or being interested in this or whatever. And when you feel good, you're able to get more done in your day, period. That is how you be productive. Also, it's Aquarius season, so you know, all about community. So I hope this video was helpful. Let me know if you have any tips and tricks and what you do to stay productive in a comment below. I will also link all my social medias as well as the Discord server if you guys want to join. Not that this is like a Discord promo video. I literally gain nothing from that except for your guys' vibes. So if you're looking for that community, it's here, bitch. Let me know what videos you want to see more of in the future, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, everyone.